Hello, this is Melissa Shower Our Generation, and we are another episode in. I'm excited for my guest. Actually, was able to interview her daughter last week, so y'all gonna get a duo. So this is again Melissa Shower Our Generation, where we educate, empower, and inspire. And my goal is to be able to bring you guys guests and have the ability to learn something and also be able to be inspired to help you on your journey. And of course, I'm here at Farm Free Life where I always record. Absolutely love this place. And shout out to Nicole. She's always been very hospitable, just allowing me to be here and just really embracing what I'm doing and supporting it. So I really appreciate that. And today, the drink I will be having is lavender vanilla. I'm going back to that. I know I've been doing the caramel apple cider, but I feel like I need the lavender vanilla is pretty good. So I'm going to do that today. I was supposed to do a water challenge starting today, but I'm just not feeling it. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna do it because I did do it. Have you ever done that? I did it for 48 hours.
I don't even believe in dieting or any type of thing like
Yeah.
that. I'll fast, but not.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it was
Okay.
fasting. So
Just
all I
drinking
drank was
water.
water for 48 hours. And I had never done that before. And I was surprised like how I felt. I did feel good. I felt like I guess it's a form of detox.
You didn't feel challenged or anything?
The last 4 hours.
I bet.
I was like, okay, I don't think I can do this.
Yeah.
But it just keeping yourself busy. And then so we put our trainer has us put like strawberries and blueberries in the water and chia seeds.
Oh yeah, those are really good. The water with the mixed stuff.
Yeah, so that helped, kind of take away. At least I got a little bit of flavor.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, so welcome to my show. I appreciate you willing because I know your schedule is packed.
It's
so
a
I
pleasure to
appreciate
be
you
here.
taking time out of your day to come and be on. So if you could just tell, my listeners your name and what you're about and what you do.
Well, my name is Kathleen Lewis. Um, I go by Kathy. Miss Kathy is what most people call me. I am an entrepreneur. I run a couple of child care facilities here in the city, and I have a nonprofit that I also run, and a foundation as well. I train younger people on how to get their nonprofits going and in the right direction. Um, so it's a host of things that I do. The younger generation is important to me in moving them into the right direction and trying to instill in them the caring for their community and their neighborhood. Because if we don't do it, then who does
Absolutely.
it? My goal has always been to make sure that there are good people when I get old.
That's gonna take care of you. Yeah,
there's good people in the world that are gonna help look after the older generation. So that's why the combination of the child care and the nonprofits is so important to me because I get to mold them in that direction. And our child care even focuses on community and the importance of community. And so that's kind of my overall picture.
Yeah. So how long you been in child care?
Wow, that's an interesting one. I actually started when I was 9.
Wow.
I was making, almost $200 a week. Then I just have a innate thing about kids. They always been attracted to me attracted to them, wanting to help them, care for them. So it's always been in me. Even though I had left childcare several times, I'm like, I had enough of this kids situation,
Right.
I ran other businesses and even went into the military. And I was a nurse in the military and did nursing when I got out. And I was like, I can't do it. And it just kept pushing me back to child care.
Yeah.
So overall, I guess I've spent about maybe 47 years in child care. I've adopted 8 children. I raised 12 altogether
Wow.
before. So children is my thing, and
Yeah.
educating them and watching them grow, it excites me. Them, learn new things and leadership and being able to take over things. That gets me
Yeah.
excited. So
Absolutely.
that's kind of why I started the foundation and also the nonprofit. Um, I started getting into nonprofits when I was like 22,
Okay.
and I always was the youngest member on any board that I
Yeah.
ended up being on, and so it was interesting. I really liked it. We did a lot of grassroots projects and stuff, and that's kind of what motivated me. So I've always tried to do things within my community, and since now all my children are grown, I really have jumped out there like, okay, let's make this happen. I've
Yeah.
always been a giver, um, but it was on a more personal level, helping the moms in the daycare and all of that. And so we decided let's go on a bigger scale and help. So that's how we started a Jones Lewis Foundation, which is really in memory of my second husband.
Okay.
He while we were raising our children, we would collect all kind of things, socks and T-shirts and food and different things. And then in the winter, we would go pass it out to the homeless and stuff. So that inspired that. I've always taken in people,
Yeah.
and so my nephew was like, "No more, no more. You either gonna do this on a bigger scale, or you're not gonna do it. You
Wow.
need to stop." Being so personable with taking people in. So that's how we got the Jones Lewis started. So Jones Lewis has a food pantry and a lot of community projects that we've been working on. One of the main ones of feeding the elderly, the homeless, is the Thanksgiving event we have coming up.
Yeah.
We're aiming to feed 700 people, and we need as many volunteers as possible to
Yes.
make this happen. Drivers, because for the the Socoa people, we have to deliver to them.
Right.
We're also looking to pull in as many veterans as possible, the veteran apartments around the city, and deliver to them as well. And then the church had Broadway United Methodist Church. They had originally done this Thanksgiving dinner for 38 years, and then the family, everybody got older and all of that. So they had asked if we would be interested in taking it over,
Wow.
and we jumped at it, So because it
Yeah.
was it was more what we're used to doing, is that type of thing, and so that's how we got involved in that in the Thanksgiving event. We're also looking for donations for the turkeys, the ham, some of the paper goods, and things like that. And it's really been great. We've held a lot of fundraising
You
events to
have,
make
yes.
this happen, and it's just moving right along, you know. So. And then our other nonprofit, which is Prosperity Enrichment, is more geared towards the youth, is from 1 to 28,
Okay.
in providing different opportunities for
Yeah.
them. It's first educational. We're a strictly educational based program. Um, I've never liked kids getting in kindergarten and the teachers are like, oh well, they don't know this, they don't know that, blah blah. No,
Right.
not coming from me.
I
You're
know.
gonna know something,
Right.
So we expose them to a pretty diverse learning environment and curriculum that will make them kind of know a little bit in every area. So
Yeah.
nothing is new. It's not no, oh, surprise, I'm shocked, I can't do this, I'm
Right.
scared. Well, you've already been exposed to it while you were ages of 1 to 5. Most of our children have grown up in our daycare. And so I've tracked them and they've done pretty good. And
Good.
we teach a lot of social skills as well because nothing worse than getting to school and you don't know how to act around this big crowd of people.
Yeah.
So um, we do that, and then we hire a lot of young people and train them to be work in the daycare and deal with other kids, and that's been pretty successful. Pretty
Good.
successful. We have a lot of other programs we want to jump off for that
Yeah.
to get teach some skills to those 21 to 28 a little bit more. We did a test run on that before. It was really successful.
Good.
So we had some of the people went on to come like construction workers on
Yeah.
their own business. The foundation, like the young man running the foundation, he started out in the daycare and
Nice.
taking a leadership role, and so it's a lot of different things we do.
Yeah. I know you feel very fulfilled.
I feel blessed
Yeah.
that one, that all of my biological children work in the facility and
Nice.
work in the programs. My family, I'm so blessed with my family. Whatever I say I'm doing, oh, we're helping you,
I love that.
and that makes me feel really blessed to have
Yeah,
that backing
definitely.
of my family.
Absolutely, because
Yeah.
it happens, but it's not very often.
Yeah.
It's very rare that you see that.
Yeah, that is the biggest blessing I think that. Oh my, I just keep watering my allergies.
Well, you're good.
The biggest blessing is that out of
Yeah.
everything is my children being a part of the business, and my nieces and nephews, and now I'm raising great nieces and nephews. I'm raising children from my first daycare.
Wow.
They find me.
Yeah.
It's like, no, got to go to Miss Kathy,
Yeah.
and they know that I'm going to love and protect and educate their children.
Yeah.
So that's a blessing to me.
Yeah.
It's not even about the money. It's about knowing that, having that sense that, okay, I put something good into these people.
Yeah.
And it just might be some good people when I get old that
Well,
help take
absolutely.
care of the community and people
Absolutely.
within the community.
Yeah.
So,
And that's what it's about, is
mhm.
helping this younger generation be able to feel that they have a place and they belong, and it's important for them to be here.
Yes, very much so. They get shunned. Nobody tries to help them or show them the way. And I've always felt like, as much knowledge as God has put in me, it's my duty to share it, to help them to get to a place where they too know this is to be shared, because that's how it keeps going. It's not that, oh, you get the knowledge and you get the money and all of that and you don't. No, that's not what
Yeah.
life is about. It's about
Right.
moving it on.
Absolutely.
What it's gonna be when you leave?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm pretty much into that. So whenever I do help any young people, I tell them, got to be able to give this back.
Yeah.
So that's my whole thing. I don't have a problem with helping you, but you got to give it back.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
um,
And you said, so
yeah.
people that have you've come in contact with, you've helped them create businesses
Hmm.
and
Help them. I got like we're building a conglomerate of nonprofits, small non-for-profits. The prosperity enrichment part of the business is we have like 15 different nonprofits that we're working with. They're small nonprofits, but they have a good purpose. And we're supporting them. We sponsor them when they're doing projects, and educating them on how to move forward, how to, bring in more people, do this and that. And that has been a ton of work, but it's been very successful. So I'm happy about that as well. I see that really taking off in January to a much higher level, to where those people can actually be able to stand. And the more we get, the better. We got a lot planned for the year coming up. The Jones Lewis Foundation as well. We're also pushing that to help nonviolent offenders be able to have places to do community service
mm,
at. we've done community service on a small scale for them in the past, but we want to do it on a much bigger scale, because without them fulfilling that obligation, sometimes some of them end up going back to jail, and that is just senseless to me.
It is.
So Jones Lewis Foundation is working to build a partnership with the state to be able to have those people come there, and using all of the nonprofits that are up under our conglomerate, they'll have places to go to
Nice.
be able to fulfill that need. So
Nice.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Then also helping single mothers. We are pushing our initiative on that. We have quite a few programs under our excuse me, umbrella that already do things for single moms, like the Mom Cave. I got to give them a
Yeah.
shout out.
Yes.
They've been, I remember when they first started, and they have definitely taken off and
Yes.
put everything to use that I told them. And
Love that.
I'm very proud of them and what they're doing. And we've supported them in almost every event that they've had, and we will continue to do that, and a lot of the other smaller non-for-profits that are doing things for mom. The Jones Lewis Foundation is partnering with those nonprofits also to be able to provide milk and diapers for the single mothers, rides if they need. If you need $10, I mean, so many people contact me on a daily basis. Can you loan me 10, Miss Kathy, to get
Yeah.
here or get? That's small, but it goes a long way in
It does.
helping to keep a family together in
Yeah.
the end, because that's my whole goal. Because it's hard out here,
It is.
and some of these mothers have a hard time. So a little $10, $20 here and there go a long way, especially if they can make that appointment or go to that job interview.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what our goals are too, to really make that more solid come in 2024.
Yeah.
So,
And I love that. And we've had that conversation when before about how it's important to collaborate.
oh yes,
And a lot of just businesses and nonprofits don't know how to do that.
don't know how to do
So
that,
I
or
commend you
yeah,
on showing what that looks like.
yeah,
Because I think it needs to be done. People need to see it actually working
yeah, because
before they're
it's a
like,
lot.
"Oh, okay, that is, yeah,
It's a lot. It's it's that fear thing that needs to be thrown in the trash,
yeah,
because it's too many people out here that you can assist to worry about somebody taking somebody for you to help.
right,
I never understood that concept.
yeah,
That's one of my biggest pet peeves in life. Everything I learned, I had to learn on my own.
yeah,
There was nobody there to help me, guide me, tell me nothing,
hmm,
about running a business, how this is supposed to go, how to go. I had to learn it all. So that's why I'm so willing to give it back.
right,
God gave it to me, so it's my job to give it back.
absolutely,
So I'm happy about that.
yep." So 2024 is a big year.
Big year. It's a lot gonna be jumping off. We did a lot this year. Because we didn't form the foundation until like I think it was like March.
Okay,
So we've held 5 fundraising events since then
nice,
to jump that off, and I have had countless donations from people. My family has done a lot. I've put them to the test, and they have showed up and showed out. So
yeah,
um, and it's a lot of people out there that do believe in your causes. You just gotta talk to them,
yeah,
and and let them know what's going on.
yeah,
Because a lot of people want to help do this and help do that, but they've never had the opportunity, and nobody has approached them. Why don't you help do this? But it's really becoming widespread.
yeah,
It's a kind of a difference between our generation and this generation. I've noticed too. Um, that current generation, a lot of them are ready to do things to change the world, to change how the last 20 years have been for
yeah,
people's lives, and the just the whole persona of how things have been. They're ready to, like, no, we need to change it. We need to go this direction. Let's stand up and show that it's another way that
yeah,
you can go. And when me and you were growing up, it was like the knowledge was limited to a degree on the spiritual level, on the economics, the everything. It
Yeah.
was so different. These people, I guess, internet came into play and
Change the game.
changed the whole game,
Yeah.
and I could see it in them. So that's why I'm so willing to step in.
Yeah, because these young people, they definitely have the passion and the drive, and they
Hmm.
don't take no BS.
They don't. They don't.
And that's good.
They don't
That
quit either.
you need to have that fire,
Yeah.
And for us growing up, we weren't allowed to have that fire.
No, it wasn't. They tell us to sit down. You're doing too much.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're different. You think you're better.
Yeah.
But
Instead of embracing that
embracing it.
and molding it and helping them
Mhm.
to grow through what they're trying to do is huge.
Exactly.
Like you said, those are the people. That's the generation that's coming up from behind us, and it's like, what do we owe it to them
We owe it to them.
help them to be more prepared than we was.
Oh yeah, they have. I love hanging with them. They have excellent ideals. I'm
Yes.
like, okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
And whatever they're working on, I'm gonna support them in
Absolutely.
doing so. And we didn't get that. We did not get that
No.
support. And
No.
another thing, me and my daughter Janessa, we talk about is reestablishing a real village.
Yeah.
We thought we needed that village when we was growing up because it had kind of started dissipating at the time we were growing
Yeah.
up. We need to bring that village back.
Yeah.
And because that village is what makes people whole and stop people from falling into such a great state of depression and
Yeah.
drugs and this, that, and the other. We got to reestablish that village. So I told her I'm game for
Yeah, I
that.
love it, and I've been a lot of young people gravitate towards me, and so I love that, and I'm embracing that, and what I can do to help support you, and help guide you, and that's why my uh, radio, or not radio anymore, my podcast is Our Generation. It's
Our
bridging those
generation.
gaps of the
Bridging it,
generations,
girl. Yes.
and being able to give them a platform that they feel comfortable be able to tell their story.
And that is so awesome because that's what they need. And that is how they connect with each other. Oh, well, you doing that? Yeah, let's do this together, and build that conglomerate. I'm hopeful of what the next 5 years gonna bring as far as recreating the village and seeing all of these help groups out here that are really trying to make a real change.
Yeah.
And another thing, they pulling in other young people that may be lost, to say, come on, help me do this, help me do that. So that's an important thing I see happening too. So
yeah, absolutely. Yep. Like my daughter's friend, he 18, they graduated together, and he's kind of, his mom is in Vegas and his dad's here, but he don't have a good relationship. He was in Terre Haute, got into some trouble doing some dumb stuff, and so he came back. He's been at my house the past couple of days.
Okay.
And all the kids always come to my
you
house.
Like me.
And so I'm just like, my daughter the other day, she's like, yeah, he wants to talk to you. And he calls me mom, and he's just very sweet. And I'm like, okay, is this going to be the talk of, can I stay here?
That's what the talk gonna be.
I'm like, okay.
I went through that a zillion times. Raising 12 kids, you can imagine how busy my house stayed. It was never a day where there was not a house full of people. All my kids' friends, my nieces and nephews. Then my second husband, his own private ministry was drug addicts that were ready to break free. He would give them a safe place.
Wow.
My house is pretty big, so like on our fourth floor, we had a bedroom up there, and they could go in there and just seclude themselves and pull themselves together. And how many of them I seen walk away from the drugs, that was amazing. That was his thing, and so my house stayed full. So I know what that's like, honey. I was always thinking there's somebody too, always.
Yeah.
Even if they was grown, so it didn't matter about, oh, you grown. No.
Yeah.
and people are hurting.
Yeah,
People coming from all kind of different walks of life and this and that and pain and suffering. Somebody got to help them,
absolutely. Yeah.
So,
And sometimes you don't even think that that would be you.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I know it's been me since I've been born, because
Yeah.
my grandmother was like that. My mom, they all were always taking in people, so I didn't think it would go that far.
Right.
I thought maybe just a few relatives or something. Nah,
Yeah.
I done took in all kind of folks. So,
Yeah.
children, all I done did it all.
Yeah.
I adopted a few children from my daycares. My oldest adopted son is from my first daycare I ever opened. Then the last one was from this current daycare that I
Wow.
had taken in. And then the other adoptees were relatives. But I just thank God for my adventures
Yeah.
that I've
Yeah.
been on. I've learned a lot,
Absolutely.
about it all, about kids and this and that. I've learned so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I love it.
I don't think it's nothing I don't know yet about kids.
Right. Oh no. Now 40 plus 40 some years. Yeah, you're definitely the
Yeah,
go-to person.
yeah. I know a lot, and they all are different
Yeah.
and need something different.
Hmm.
So we cater a lot to people that are in the process of adopting kids, foster
Mm.
parents. That that can be a hard
Yes.
situation, make you want to change your mind.
Yeah, I
Because
bet.
a lot of times, the state takes so long to
Yeah.
kick in the benefits that actually help these foster parents say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and
Yeah.
everything feels solid,
Yeah.
but it don't be,
Yeah.
So what do you do then? So we have a scholarship program for those parents until their state assistance to kick in. We'll pay for their child care. We'll pay for the transportation.
Oh wow.
If they need anything in between there, they know I can call Miss Kathy. She's
Yeah.
gonna help me. We also do a thing for those parents, a scholarship program for the parents in
Yeah.
between.
Thank you, babe. My drink, y'all.
Those parents in between, like they can't qualify for state assistance,
Hmm.
but they got 2 and 3 kids.
Yeah.
That's a hard
It
thing
is.
right
It
there.
is. And I don't think, and the state doesn't realize that, or they don't care.
They don't realize it that they're
Yeah.
making it difficult. So I mean, they finally did make some changes. So I gotta give them some credit on that. But it's just not reaching enough of people that are right on that border that I could be in the streets in a matter of if I can't pay these bills and as well as pay childcare and be able to go to work.
Yeah.
So we have a program that we do for them where we'll meet them where they at. What
Yeah.
can you pay
Right.
safely where this household's gonna keep going,
Right.
and we pay the rest.
Yeah.
So that's been a very successful program over the last 2 years that we've done.
Nice.
And yeah, we've dished out quite a bit,
Yeah.
about $30,000.
Wow.
But those families are still together. That's all
That's
that
yeah.
mattered to
That's the
me,
point of it. Yep.
because money comes and goes.
It
God
does.
blesses with all.
Yep.
So
I'm learning that. Like I'm
yeah,
not even gonna stress whether it's gonna come or not
yeah,
because it will.
He blesses with all.
Yep.
When you're in service of mankind, you're in service of your God.
Absolutely.
So I've learned ask and you shall receive,
Yeah.
and He shows up.
Yeah.
So and that's what when I finally okay, this is all up to God. I just let this go.
Yeah.
This is what He says do. I'm gonna do it,
Hmm.
and that's what we've been doing, and it's been very successful.
Yep.
So
Well, I'm excited. Well, I appreciate you coming and talking with me and letting everyone
love
know
it.
what you do. You have a huge impact on the community,
That's
and
my goal.
I'm excited to work with you on some things.
Oh yeah, we're gonna work together on a lot of things.
Yeah.
And anyone that want to make a contribution to the Thanksgiving
Yes.
event, we're taking donations of turkeys, hams. We have a list of all of the major items that we
Right.
do need that would help pull this off without a hitch. Um, I've ran restaurants before, so I'm
Yeah.
not scared of doing this.
Right.
So um, it's just the preparation.
That's the yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
always
when is
key.
the Thanksgiving dinner?
It is November I'm sorry, Thanksgiving Day.
Okay.
But we need volunteers for that whole
Week.
week.
Okay.
It's at the Broadway United Methodist Church, which is at 29th and Fall Creek.
Okay.
So people can come and eat, and believe me, I'm a good cook. I ain't gonna brag too hard, but I do know some good food.
Right, yeah. So are
So
you gonna have will you need help preparing food?
yep, I
Okay.
need help preparing food that whole week. I think that date is see that date. So I can give you guys some exact dates and
Yes.
not just be throwing the stuff out there. Okay, November, yeah, November the 20th through the 24th.
Okay.
So we will be needing help.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, count me in. Just tell me where to go and what to do.
yeah, let me make a correction. That's November the 20th through the 23rd.
Okay.
Anyone that wants to help, volunteer, they can contact me at 317-531-9410.
Perfect.
And I will get you signed up. We need drivers, and people that help clean up. 'Cause that cleanup gonna be a
Oh
lot.
yeah. It
So
is.
we need people to do all those things, and we also need people to feed some of our volunteers. Because
Yeah.
currently we have 50 volunteers
Good. That's
between.
gonna actual serve the
But
food.
that's going to be drivers and
Okay.
serving. So um, we got it kind of planned out in a whole bunch of different sections, but we need more volunteers. We want to leave the church in the way that we got it,
Absolutely.
and all of those kitchens. That's more important to me than anything. So that's where I'm gonna need a lot of volunteers.
Yeah.
Get the pots and pans washed and
Yeah.
all that good stuff. So
Definitely.
and carrying the ton of stuff
Yeah.
to the church.
Well, I'm definitely gonna I'm gonna reach out to my board
Okay.
and tell them, hey y'all, this is what we about to go do.
Yeah, because even though the church is not far from our facility, the amount of stuff we're gonna have to carry over there is
Yeah.
gonna be drastic.
Yeah.
So we need people that have trucks, to help carry on the 20th, and then people to bring back. So
Yep.
we really need a truck available all that week.
Yeah.
But God has really been blessing this situation. He really
I
has.
love it.
I'm just following His lead
Yeah.
and not
And
even
you're an amazing
tripping.
example. You give me inspiration
Mhm.
and you help
Thank
me
you.
to, you know, things don't always work out, but you gotta
You
still
got to still keep
the
going.
vision is still there.
But
And until you hit
yes,
that, you gotta keep going.
because the thing I've learned in my years of experience of making mistakes, bumping my head, we get in our own way.
Yes.
We have to let the universe and let God do His thing, and
Yeah.
it's like effortlessly He will drop it.
You're
And you
right.
be like, okay,
No, absolutely. And I
yeah,
feel like with my podcast, it's taken on its own life.
hmm
And like I didn't plan on this. And
yeah,
so I'm like, okay, now I'm been intentional, but now I feel like I need to take it to a different level.
hmm
Because the impact that I am having, I want it to be greater.
yes,
And so I'm gonna have to do some things a little differently to be able to do that and have the platform just expand because people don't know how to tell their story.
exactly.
So it's even helping them to learn how to do that.
Learn
So
how to tell
different,
their story.
and
Yeah.
how to be able to properly express it so that
Mhm.
someone that hears it may say, hey, I want to help that person.
Right, exactly.
You know?
That's kind of what we do a little bit too with saying, hey, really think about refine things. So what is really your purpose? What
Yeah.
is really your mission?
Yeah.
Like we talked about the class, you gotta know that. You
Yeah.
you can't even move forward unless you know that. Get rid of the junk or get
Yeah.
rid of the what you think somebody else might be seeing or what somebody else is doing. No, this is all about you.
Yeah.
And spending that time with you and meditating and connecting with God and the universe, you'll find it out
Yeah.
so easily. It'll drop, boom,
Yeah.
and you'll be like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
But first, you got to get out of your own way,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
and get rid of your own. Because a lot of times, not for profit is not about no stardom or no fame. It's
No,
not that. It's
not at
about
all.
getting the joy of seeing you help somebody that is
Yeah.
less fortunate than
Yeah.
you and
And I
the
love helping
community.
people. And when I
Yeah,
can't help people, I don't feel
that's
good.
me.
You
That's
know,
me.
I want to help everybody, and I don't want to be like, I don't want to be stopped from helping. I want
Right.
it to be able to continue to flow.
Continuous flow, yes. Well, I've learned too that on that I follow the Holy Spirit a lot, and I my intuition. I had to realize we as women, our intuition is strong,
It is.
and if we follow it, if it says no, don't help this time, hold back, and listen to that, and then it says go full force and do this and do that, it always comes out right.
Yeah.
I had to go through a thing where I guess I kind of doubted my own intuition. Boy, did God give me a spanking on that one. He said, "No, it's a woman's intuition is
It
powerful,
is. And we doubt it
so
so
much."
much.
And I said, "Oh, you ain't never got to worry about that one again." I
Yeah.
went through that little phase because previously I never doubted it. But life sometimes things happen and it
Yeah.
dictates to us, and He got to remind us who we are.
We get it twisted on our
Mhm.
head and we start
Mhm.
thinking stuff and creating stories that aren't
Oh,
even
girl,
there. And
what you
what
done
I
said?
know God is like, you know what?
Mhm.
If you don't stop it,
Tell that mind to shut up.
yes,
And
yes,
follow the spirit within you, that intuition within you, because it's gonna lead you the right
yeah,
direction. And I've been having to teach a lot of people that lately. Tell
yeah,
your mind to shut up
yeah.
and follow your
I
intuition.
always say the mind is a beautiful place, but it could be a very dark
It
place.
can. It'll take you on a trip that you don't want to go.
And so,
Try.
and it's hard to get. It's hard if you haven't,
Hmm.
if you don't have that connection or that spirituality or the that mindset,
Hmm.
then it's hard to pull out of
It's
that.
hard to pull out of
We're
it.
all gonna get in those
Yeah,
spaces because that's just life.
it is
But what do we
totally.
do when we're in those spaces is key. Do we
Yes.
have enough within us to be able to pull out quickly,
Hmm.
or do we just succumb to it?
Yeah, and that's when you got to tell that mind, shut up. I'm not listening to you no more.
Yeah.
You're talking too much.
Hmm.
And it be the outside forces of, TV and
Yeah.
social media and this and that. Where if we just shut down and say, okay, shut up, mind, I'm listening to the spirit.
Yeah.
And it will lead you. Meditation is so important. It's having that alone time. With women like me and you, that's like so busy all the time.
Yeah.
I had to create a schedule that, no, this is me
Yeah.
time, and I don't want to hear or see nothing,
Yeah.
you know.
Absolutely.
So that has what has kept me grounded
Mm.
is doing that, spending that time, cutting off that work time.
Yeah.
Like what's going to be done if I kill myself?
Right. Yeah.
Nothing.
Right.
So that can wait.
Yeah.
And I've had to learn to shut down and
Hmm.
take everything in and spend time with me
Hmm.
and listen to this and here and not this
No,
things up
absolutely,
here.
absolutely. Yeah. Well, I can't wait to have you back next year to see the progress and to
Okay,
see
I'm
how things are
excited.
moving.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Again, thank you so much. And this has been Melissa Shaw with Our Generation, and I hope that you was educated, inspired. Please reach out to her. Miss Kathy is an amazing wealth of knowledge and just her imprint on the community and her willingness to be able to help guide others. It's been unmatched, and so just definitely contact her. Be a part of the November 23rd, starting
Hmm.
the 20th. Come out and volunteer. I'm definitely going to be there in whatever
Yeah.
capacity that needs to be done. And if you've never volunteered or never done that, it's an experience that you should experience.
Yes, it is.
I remember my first time that I went and volunteered was a couple years ago, and I was blown away.
Hmm.
I didn't even expect it, but just
Yeah.
the they're so appreciative of what you're
Yeah,
doing, and you
I
know,
love it.
it is. It's a feeling that a lot of us we need to have that
Yeah,
because
it
sometimes in our
connects
everyday
you.
life we don't feel appreciated.
Yeah, it connects you with your fellow mankind
Yeah,
and the
and
goodness.
that piece is missing a lot.
Yeah, it is, because I think that would tour a whole lot of nonsense if we just
Definitely.
learn to connect with each other. We all in this together,
Yeah.
and I've always been the one spearheading all the volunteering stuff and doing so. But the appreciation of watching family and friends volunteer with me has
Yeah.
been like
Yeah.
eating cake.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
sweet.
Absolutely. Yep. Yep. So definitely check her out and follow her on Facebook, Kathleen Lewis.
Hmm.
So you can find out updates because you post a lot, right, about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Well, we are out. Thank you for listening.
Right. Yeah, I loved it.